Thousands of people in Kraaifontein continue to wait on the promise of housing. 1,300 houses were supposed to have been built in the area, but the city of Cape Town has given up on the project, citing land invasion. To look into the plight of those who've been waiting 4 years for houses, reporter Ronald Masinda is on the scene. Ronald, good afternoon to you. You spoke to a community activist an hour ago. Do we have any response yet, updated response from the city of Cape Town?
Yes, indeed, Jeremy. We are about to speak to the City of Cape Town's Core Member for Human Settlements, Malusi Boy, who is visiting the site here in Marula South. This is where around 600 houses will be built for people who have been waiting for decades on that City of Cape Town waiting list. Mr. Malusi Boy, thank you so much for your time. Now, before we talk more about the actual site visit, a short while ago you were in conversation with the National Minister, Lindiwe Sisulu, with regards to some of the issues and matters that will be tackled in 2021. Just tell us a bit more about that.
Thanks, Ronald. We're in that meeting and it's currently underway. We're discussing the issue of Masiphumelele and the fires that broke out in December and also in Taiwan, trying to find a long-lasting solution because we don't want to see any informal structures going forward.
You've said that one of the challenges of creating affordable housing for people in the City of Cape Town is that also the national government has slashed the budget needed to create these housing, not necessarily only because of people grabbing land. What seems to be the other challenges on the ground? Throughout the fiscus is not doing well. And various departments have cut the budget of provinces and also of the different metros, and we're not immune to that. Our budget has been affected by more than 50%, meaning that we wouldn't be able to build the units that we've been building over the years. We'll be building more than 4,800 units per financial year. Now we'll only be able to build just over 2,000 housing opportunities. A short while ago we spoke to an activist who lives in Marula North, and one of the concerns were that people will try and probably invade Marula South should those developments start. You said February will be the start, but many people feel they also deserve to be beneficiaries. Now, what sort of measures will be put in place? Because we saw very ugly scenes here quite a few months ago.
We have people that have been waiting for too long on our waiting list, and we're prioritizing those people. Also those that are vulnerable, which is your elderly people, your child-headed house homes, and your people with disabilities. Those are people that will be prioritizing in this land. And it's for that reason that a contractor will be starting in the first week of February to make sure that we expedite this process. But over and above that, we have capacitated our law enforcement now. We have engaged private security to make sure that we safeguard some of these land parcels, because we can't at any given point allow people to deprive those that have been waiting for too long.
All right, Malusi, thank you very much indeed for your time. Jeremy, before we let you we wrap up here, we just want to ask my colleague Asanda just to quickly pan across, just to give the viewers a sense of what's happening here in the area that we are in. So to my far right, that is where Marula North, the land invaders who have erected their the property across the road, and there's quite a huge contrast between Marula North and people who live across Marula North, people who are actually ratepayers. They've also been up in arms with regards to land invaders, saying that they are ratepayers. They deserve to not have people living and occupying land, and that they will rather see a development where they won't see the prices of their own properties drop quite drastically. So they're also saying to the people who are living in the area that they should actually try and work with the city so that the city can try and create them the affordable housing that is needed. So we've heard from Malusi Boy that in this area, Marula South, the affordable housing development will start in earnest in February, and we are expecting quite a huge security presence, as we've heard that some of the people who are living in Marula North will try and invade this area should those developments start to be built here.
It is an impossibly difficult situation. Ronald Masinda, thank you. Still